Ciao everybody, welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone live at 5. Today is Wednesday, July 27th. Shout out to Luca, it's his birthday today, my cousin. You've seen him on the channel before, so happy 23rd birthday to you. But yes, today is a live and we will be discussing the game that happened last night between Barcelona and Juventus, our second preseason match of the year. What all transpired from that match, what we can look forward to heading on the rest of the US tour. And we're also going into the market, of course, because our thumbnail today is Timmy versus Bobby. So Timo Werner against Bobby Firmino. We'll get into that. We'll deep dive into some stats because I know that people like to see that as well. Justin's already saying you're a couple seconds late. What a bum. No, I'm not. But like the video, we have 8 already. If we get 69 likes, we'll get Bobby Firmino. We'll get Roberto Firmino if we get to 69 likes tonight. So take that for what it is. We will continue because we got Bremer, or after we got 69 likes for Bremer. Speaking about Bremer, he went off yesterday apparently due to dehydration, or he had a cramp in his calf. So I have no idea what the status on him is. I'm assuming because there's been no real updates on Bremer that he's going to be fine. It was just precautionary that he left last night's match and Rugani came in for him. So no update there, but I just assume that he's fine as of right now. But with our medical staff, who knows? So I see Abena Duco who's saying Firmino, Enzo's. So in the debate, they've just been chatting already. Enzo saying, I think everyone would prefer Firmino. So the club's going to get Werner. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? But we'll get into it in a bit. Hello, Jockey Bro, one of our members. As you can see on the right-hand side of my screen, the giveaway, the Pogba jersey giveaway. I've said this numerous times. Justin said it numerous times. Ali said it numerous times. In order to enter, hello, Abena, and hello, Hanin. In order to enter, please, please, please go to our Twitter page. It should be under the pinned tweet. You tag a friend and you retweet the tweet in order to enter. Also, you have to be subscribed to this channel. I know we're at 3,180 subscribers right now. So 3,100 of you have a chance to win. But there's more. If you become a member and you become a premium member, you have a 5 times chance, or better odds, at winning the jersey. So consider doing that. Also, if you just want to become a club or a lounge, that's cool too. It's fun. Because there's more. If you become a member, you have the chance to participate in our prediction league. So consider doing that as well. It's going to be a fun time. You can win a jersey, membership for free for a year, and a €50 gift card to the Juve store. All fun stuff. All fun stuff indeed. So there you go. Good vibes, good vibes. Unholy Fun's asking me, did I see the Juric fight? Yeah, I did. That's typical Serie A for you. I don't have anything else to say. Imagine that scenario would be Carabini fighting Max Allegri. You'd never see it, but that's the scenario that happened at Torino. It's hilarious. They've lost a lot of important pieces, and they haven't got anybody in. So I don't blame Juric, but I don't think that's obviously the manner you should react. I do play FIFA. Ben was asking me if I play FIFA. I do. My gamer tag is, I think it's Gennady15 on PS5. I think that's my name. I forget. Hello, Kevin, and hello, Andrew, one of our members. Okay. Game last night. Decent game, all around, everything considered. The first 10 minutes were shocking. Minutes 10 to 60 were actually fairly good for the Juventus perspective. So 50 minutes out of 90 in a preseason game against a team like Barcelona, who has a lot of good players and who have had a longer preseason than us and are more match fit. I think all things considered, it was good. It was a good match for 50 of those minutes. But again, the same things that are trickling over from last season defensively are coming in this season. there's a lot of gaps in our midfield. There's a lot of lines being broken by Barcelona in our attack or in our defensive third. Got to clean some of that up still. I'm not even going to mention the left side. Well, I am mentioning it, but I'm not even going to go in depth on the left side of our defense because Sandro, it is what it is at this point. Cuadrado defending, it is what it is at this point. Everyone knows it's crap. There's nothing else to say. If you want to do something about it, go get a left back. In Juventus's mindset, like if you're serious, go get a left back. If you're serious, to go on to that, Rovella, it's going to be a hot topic. I know it's going to be a hot topic. People said Rovella was very good that game. He wasn't very good. He was fine. Rovella's fine. He was fine last night. If he's kept as a squad player this year, great. If he's my starting regista this season, we're not winning it much. So, you have, as a Juventus fan, you have to think: if we want to win trophies, Rovella's not that guy. Rovella's not the regista to start the majority of the games. If we want to win trophies, he's not, and it's not a knock on him. It's just he's inexperienced. You've seen how many balls he gave away yesterday. Did he do well? Was he busy still? Did he do things well? Yeah, he did. Of course. But if you want to win trophies, Rovella is not that guy right now. Can he be a squad member this year? Absolutely. You've seen he's got some quality. He can start against Salernitana and do well. He can start against Monza and do well. But if you're serious about winning trophies and trying to get the best of the best. Justin, shut up. You need a regista. I never said Paredes. I said regista. You keep bringing him up, so you're bringing up the prop right now. Andrew saying it's hard to stick out as a regista, but he was good considering the opponent. I disagree a bit. I don't think he was that great. I think he was fine. Fine is not good. Fine is you gave away a couple balls, but you did other things well. You defended pretty well, and you looked active trying to get the ball. You looked active. So at this point, if you're going to keep him, he can't be starting. The one thing we did draw from that game, though, was that you need a regista to allow Locatelli to move forward. Because as an 8, Locatelli is very good. He dictated the game for some parts of it. Him and Di Maria were on the same page, on the same wavelength for most of that game. When they were on, obviously. The first goal, it came from Locatelli, who played one over into a perfectly weighted ball into Cuadrado's feet, and all Cuadrado had to do was lay it off into Keane's path, and an easy goal. Then second goal, he got an assist. It's pretty evident when you allow Locatelli the freedom to move forward, he's going to do good things. Why they're assisting the play or getting into the box and creating havoc. So at this point, we can criticize Allegri, but the style of how he wants to play and the players that we have, he likes the regista, and that's what he likes. But again, I'm not trying to poop on Rovella either. He's fine. And he can stay on the team for what it's worth. But if we're serious and we want to win trophies, he ain't it. Other individual performances, Keane did what he should have done throughout the season. He got some chances, he scored his chances. He had a bit of a graveyard shift for most of the match because he was by himself for some stretches. Did he hold the ball up well? He did okay. Was his link-up play good? No. So it's the same, but he scored his chances. That's why his performance looked pretty good. Last year he wasn't scoring. Yesterday he scored, but he still performed at the same kind of level. Any other individual performances we want to speak? Di Maria, fine, he was good. He was actually good. Fine is not good. Like, he was good. he just adds something different, some creativity. And then Bremer, we'll shout out Bremer as well because Bremer made Lewandowski look anonymous. So Lewandowski very good, or Bremer is very good. Bremer was very good last night. That's why I'm kind of scared to know why he was brought off. I think it was just a cramp, and to my knowledge, that's all it is at this point. So that's what it is. What I want people in the chat to say, I want a hot take and just a normal take. I want a hot take from the match last night from you guys. I'll read them out, and just a normal take. So like Yusuf Miller saying Zakaria or Bremer was good. That's a normal take. I want a hot take from that game. Let me know in the comments, and I'll try and read them out. Chubb, saying our midfield is still very bad. Only Locatelli should be starting from yesterday if we want to win trophies. Fantastic point. Like I said, is Rovella going to win us a trophy? No. Is Zach going to be the guy who brings us over the line? No. I think Zakaria is a quintessential guy. He's a guy in midfield right now. He's not... At some points during the match yesterday, when the younger Barcelona kids came on and he was pushing them around, I was like, great, you didn't do it against Busquets. You didn't do it against Kessié. You didn't do it against, what's it called? Who's the other center midfielder that started? I forget who started. But I need more out of Zakaria. I need more out of him right now because he's just a guy right now. Unholy Fun saying, Bonucci is a disaster. We will suffer from his errors this whole season. Yeah, 100%. I think that's a normal take. I don't think that's a normal take. I don't think Bonucci is good at defending anymore. Like, he hasn't been good for 3 or 4 years now. Even his ability to play the ball is lacking a bit now. Because I'm going to say now, it's been preseason, but he misfired a couple of times. Even last season, throughout some of the season, he was misfiring on some of his passes out the back. Also, during the first 10 minutes of the match, our passing was horrendous. It was just not accurate at all. But yeah, that's my outlook on the game. I also did a video last night, and it came out today on the channel. So go watch that for more in-depth opinions. Okay, so Bunbread's got a hot take. If Juve sign... Okay, so he's not talking about the game. He's talking about just if Juve sign a center-back, Firmino, and a left-back, we will win the Serie A and the Champions League. Normal take, Cuadrado should be a normal winger and shouldn't come defend as much. I think we were doing a 4-3-1-2 yesterday. I think Cuadrado was a left central midfielder. And Di Maria was the floater in between where Keane was. Hanin saying, if we have 25 mil, would you get a good left back or a Regista? Very good question. Depends on the left back, and if it's Paredes for 25 mil, that's a little bit too much. That's a little bit too much for my liking. Again, I'm not a Paredes. I don't desperately want him to come. If he's cheap and he's going to come, go get him. But if he's going to be 25 million, don't do it. I'm not a shill for Paredes. And I need to know the left back. Like when we do our Discord group chat and we're talking about left backs, people are saying Gaia. No. Like we need a yes. Is he better than Sandro? Absolutely. But don't spend 25 million on Gaia. If it's 10 million on Gaia, sure, bring him in. But don't spend all that money on him. Jockey Bro saying Loca was fine, like Rovella was fine. He had a great first half as a Regista versus Chivas. Okay, Jockey Bro, I agree. Is Locatelli fine as a Regista? Yes. Is he miles better as an 8? Yes. Play the guys who are miles better in their positions, their actual positions. Okay, so Hanin's saying Paredes versus Rom, same price. So if they're the same price, you have to look at Rom. You just have to, because Rom makes that position or makes that area of the pitch miles better. Rom is significantly better than Sandro and Pellegrini. Is Paredes that gap bigger than Ravella? No. Is he better than Ravella at this point? Yes. But the gap in quality for that price means you're getting Rom. That's my that's my opinion on that. David Bowman, I saw that yesterday too. He's saying hot take from the FS2 announcer yesterday, us finishing behind Napoli. Yeah, I couldn't believe he said that. I was like, wait, what? I couldn't believe that. Okay, so everyone's getting to the Mercato talk. So let's just get into it. Let's do Bobby versus Timmy. So we've been reportedly linked. Oh, by the way, we only have 26 likes, but 63 people are watching. 69 likes and we get Bobby Firmino, guys. Please get the likes in. Matin is saying Paredes is very bad. How can you say that he's better than Ravella? I can, because it's quite obvious. Statistically, in eye test, he's better than Ravella at this point in their careers. That it is what it is. How can you say Ravella is better than Paredes right now? He had half a season at Genoa and a preseason game against Chivas and Barcelona. Okay, so moving on. Matten threw me a curveball there, but moving on to Bobby and Timmy. Roberto Firmino is a typical Max Allegri player, we'll say. He is everything that Max Allegri would want. So we can go into his stats now. I have him ready to rock because that's what a good host does. That's Bobby Firmino. 99th percentile out of all forwards in all of the top 5 European leagues. That's passing. So what does Allegri want in a typical striker, even backup striker? He wants them to have good passing, keeping the ball, and he's asking for a little bit of defensive work rate. So as you can see there, 99th percentile, lots of green. Good for him. Does it help that he has good players around him? Yes, absolutely. At Liverpool, you got Mo Salah, you got, obviously, you had Mane, then you got Luis Diaz, then you got the midfielders with him. So as we can see, we go down and down and down. The red there, that's obviously set pieces and corner kicks. And Hanin, I don't know if Firmino is coming in as a winger. I don't know. I don't think he'll be coming in as a winger. I think he'll be coming as a Vice Vlahovic or partnering him in a 2. Let me make this perfectly clear. I think Max Allegri starting the season in a 4-3-1-2. That's what I genuinely think he's going to be doing. So, as you can see, shot creation as well. Look at that. Pretty good. Again, on a team that has Salah and Mane dominating the ball. Obviously, Mane left, but like when Firmino was playing with them. Yeah, Yusuf, I totally agree with that statement. I think we'll play a 4-3-1-2. That's what Yusuf is saying. If we get Firmino, Di Maria is the 1. I agree with that. That's what I think is happening at this moment. If everything was to happen in the market. And then look at his defensive output. Everyone knows the meme about Firmino. Oh, he's this defensive holding striker. That's what they call him. So that's a little bit on Firmino. And we'll get back to other things or other stats soon. But I personally, again, what's the price tag on Firmino? What's the most people would pay for Firmino? Consider he has 1 year left on his contract. Consider that he's 30 years old, turning 31 in October. And thirdly, consider that he is a player that will not start every match. What is the price tag you put on that? What is the price tag we put on that? So Asim is saying 18, Rodrigo saying 25, a lot of 20, 25. I'm scared of 25 to offer 25 mil. I hope it's in the 15 to 20 range because, again, 1 year left on the contract, 31 years old. How many years are we going to get out of him? I agree, Antonio. I agree, Raffaello. It's a little bit too much still. Like 20 is the max. I would put forward if I was running Juventus. Rajat is saying Bobby Firmino is not that good at finishing. Let's pick up on that for a sec. Yes, we know. We know that Bobby Firmino isn't the best finisher, but the stuff around the game, the very good neat touches, the very good passing around the edge of the box, the stuff he'll do beside Vlahovic will allow Vlahovic to score more. If Firmino's the lone striker during the match, I'm worried that we're not going to score. But if he's playing beside and with Vlahovic, the link up between those two could be good, could be scary. His wages aren't as high because Liverpool has a proper wage structure, so they're obviously good and they're decently high. They're probably like 7 million a year, and I saw something else. Oh, Raffaello is saying, how would Liverpool let him go for 15? I can see him letting go for 15 because they just got Nunez. They have Salah. They have Luis Diaz. They got the Harvey Elliott kid. They got other players. They got other pieces. And he's on the last year of his contract. He can leave for free next year. I don't think Liverpool operates like that. I think Liverpool sees an opportunity to sell him. If someone else outbids us, then okay. Yeah, it's not going to be 15 million. But if no one else is bidding for him, I think we can get Firmino. Jockey Bro, one of our members, is saying Firmino has a very different play style to Vlahovic, so I don't know if he'll do well in that position. No, I'm saying if they're playing beside each other in a 4-3-1-2. That's my point. I think Firmino will do a lot of grunt work and do the dirty work to get Vlahovic into advantageous positions on the pitch. And again, Firmino's hold-up play and build-up and link-up is very good. Antonio's saying, any chance we get a Dogi? I don't think, not this summer. Animesh is saying, why aren't we getting a good winger then if Firmino is coming to increase Vlahovic's output? It's whoever's available on the market at this point. Obviously, Cherubini and Arribene see Werner, Firmino, Martial as potential players to come in and play all across the front line. I don't think Firmino's a winger. So, in their eyes, they might see him as a winger. I wouldn't play him out on the wing. James Tonin saying Serie A is overly tactical. I would be looking at obtaining tactical players that can play in the Serie A. Yeah, I think Bobby Firmino can do that because, again, he's a bit of a rover like Di Maria. And if we all think Di Maria is going to do very well, I'm not comparing Firmino to Di Maria. Di Maria is miles better. But they have the same attributes physically that Firmino can also be a good tactical player. Rafael is saying, so if we were to play with both him and Dusan, what would the formation look like? I think it's going to be a 4-3-1-2 if both of those guys start. Those two up top, Di Maria underneath. And then you got Mac, Zach, or Locatelli, Regista, Pogba, whenever he's fit. So pick three midfielders. And then your back four. Cesar Candiotti saying then GG Werner. Yeah, I think it's either or. I don't think we can get both. And at this point in time, I prefer Werner than Morata just because he's a bit younger and he can probably offer more in terms of not goal scoring maybe, but like output around the pitch. Okay, so here's a Romeo Agresti update from Animesh via AJG TV. I have no news on Firmino. The names for the attack remain Morata, Werner, and Martial. For the latter, the respective clubs could open up a loan. For the latter. So that's Martial. Oof, okay. Then it's a 4-3-3. It all depends. And the news on Paredes is for Italia 0788. It's asking is if we get rid of Arthur, now that we've gotten rid of Ramsey, we're going to attempt to get Paredes. Okay, so I've kind of caught up in the chat. So Raffaello asks again, so after Firmino, what still needs to be done in this Mercato? We need an attacker, we need a midfielder, we need an attacker, we need a regista, and we need a left, it's clear as day we need a left back, but I don't know if that's going to be addressed. But we definitely need help in every department. We need an attacker, we need a regista, and we need even a center back maybe, center back or left back. If you can get a player that does both, get the player that does both. So, I don't know. Actually, you know what? There have been journalists that saying we are getting at least 3 more players anyway. So, it could happen, but I think it's too hard. I think it's too hard to get all these players in. Mr. J saying, I'm from Milan, Italy, Forza Juventus brothers Bianconeri. Yes, sir. The Fratelli brothers. Mr. J, thank you for commenting that. And Raphael is saying, are there any left backs Juve are interested in? At the moment, that has gone dry. You know what else has gone dry? The likes in here. Get the likes up. We're only at 41. We need 69 to get... I'll even make this better for everyone. If we get 69 likes, we're getting either Werner or Firmino or Paredes. So go get those likes in. Okay, so now I'm going to go on to Firmino's injury history, which has scared some people recently, and I don't blame you. He is getting into his aging years. He's 31 years old. So as you can see there, a lot of injuries last year. He picked up 4 different injuries. Again, the South Americans coming back from the Copa America so late, I think pretty much half of them picked up injuries at the beginning part of the season. So I don't know. I think that's a fluke. But the rest of the season, Firmino just kept getting injured. I don't know if that's going to carry on. Knowing Juventus, it might. So again, I'm not sure if we want to go that route. But we have to think about it at least, because Firmino is a proper Allegri player. So that's his injury record. Virgilio's asking if I covered the Saul rumors. It's a Spanish outlet right now saying if you go back on our channel and you go watch Justin's Daily News video, he covers it. I forget the source. It's El Juero or something, somewhere from Spain, and they said Saul has been offered to Juventus. I don't think we even look at that. Jockey Bro saying we have to sell one of the left backs to buy one, so it's not happening this window, sadly. If someone comes in with an offer for Pellegrini, then yeah, I can see a similar scenario happening. Like we sold Delit right when we had the replacement ready to rock for a left back, but I don't know who the left back would be. Andrew Finnan saying rumblings of a Pjanic return. Hell no. I think Justin coined him Candyman last year. I don't think Pjanic can't come back. I'm sorry. Marco Mayola saying Di Maria can't play 50 games. Chiesa back from ACL. Keane not reliable, so we can only count on Vlahovic. We need 2 new attackers. I agree. We definitely need better players to come in, but realistically, we're only going to get one. But I do agree with you, we need more. And some of those, like, Keane would need to leave. Jockey Bro saying Saul can play at left back, so it's an upgrade. Is it? He's been really, really bad the past 2 or 3 seasons. Haroon, I've already addressed the Grusty tweet, so I think we're all good with that. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, Andrew's actually commenting on cm.com, culturemercado.com with Pjanic, but he's not coming back. And Raffaello saying, what about terminating Sandro like Ramsey? It's not beneficial to buy out all these players. Because at this point in time, like it was beneficial to buy out Ramsey because we had 10 central midfielders, so buying him out we're not really replacing Ramsey. If you're buying out Sandro, you have to buy another left back. So that I think that's where that asset management comes in. Ramsey was just a non-factor from the beginning. That's why we bought him out. We were never replacing him. He's just the 10th guy. So I think that's their thought process with not buying out Sandro. And I think Allegri still kind of likes him. I'm not saying I agree, but I think he likes him. Okay, so now that we're done with that stuff, we can go on to the Timo Werner versus Roberto Firmino versus Alvaro Morata stats. Everybody's favorite. Let's get that going now, because everyone seems to have an opinion, and that's great, because opinions make the world go round. So, my the giveaway pop-up's in the way. There you go. And now I'm in the way. So, I'm going to put myself up here. Yeah, okay, we're good. So as you can see, we got Werner versus Firmino versus Morata, because these are the 3 guys in question. I didn't put Martial because I don't see Martial actually becoming a thing. He's way too expensive, and at this point, if Ronaldo wants to leave Man United, I don't think Martial's leaving Man United as well. So in terms of pure output, it looks like Firmino is tops there. Werner and Morata are almost on the same wavelength. In terms of outperforming output, Morata actually leads that category. Scrolling down more. In terms of passing, it's pretty obvious Firmino's the guy. So Firmino has a much better passing than Morata and Werner. And you can even tell when Morata was going on his little counterattacks with Juventus last year, he always made the wrong choice and always seems to have made the wrong decision and passed it poorly. Mr. J saying, next match for Juve, I lost because in Europe is late. Oh, so you can't watch because it's late in Europe. Yeah, it's going to be a 10:30 kickoff again, I believe, or 10 or 10:30 kickoff on Saturday night. So it's a 4 a.m., 4:30 kickoff in Europe. It's late. It's late. I get it, or early, depending on the way you look at it. Early for you got Europeans, but I like the 10:30 kickoff. I'm a big fan of it. So I have no problem, and we'll be live again doing a watch along. So tune in for that. But going back to the comparisons, you guys can read numbers. It all makes sense to you. Passing per 90. Don't worry about the pass types. Those are kind of dumb. I don't know why they do that. But goal creations and goal and shot creations. So shots, Werner at the bottom on both scales, goals and shots. And Firmino leads the categories. So in terms of quality, I think we all know Firmino trumps these two. It's just age plus finances plus position. A lot more ifs than absolutes. Temporary Peace is saying, why not take Ronaldo back on loan? I don't think the club wants to spend another 31 million euros on his wage. So screw that. I don't want that to happen. And then the defensive actions, obviously we know that Bobby trumps all. And in ball recoveries. Ball recoveries is key because if you win the ball higher up the pitch, you can have a more advantageous position on the pitch and attack closer to goal. So that wraps up that. That's my TED Talk. Again, people are still asking about the Ronaldo. I think we've already experienced the Ronaldo thing. It didn't go well. To put it bluntly. Did it go well for him? Yeah, he got 100 goals in 134 games. We lost Serie A last year, or 2 years ago. We don't need Ronaldo. I don't want Ronaldo. He takes up space. And that's it. I'm not sure. Do they still do the? I don't know if anyone pays attention to the DiMarzio thing, the Blitz at 5 o'clock, or I guess 11 p.m. I don't know if anyone takes stock into that, but do they even talk right now? Oh, Romeo Agresti saying, I have no feedback on possible left back signing for Juventus. So there you go. Everyone asking for a left back. Apparently we're not even looking at it. Also, to go off on that, Romeo Agresti, after the match, I don't know if anyone pays attention to his articles that rate the players, but he dug into the left-hand side on Alexandro last night. So I'm not sure Romeo Agresti wouldn't be lying to us or hiding anything if he wasn't sure, because even he doesn't like the left-back situation at Juventus. Raven's saying, commenting about Ronaldo, yeah. Temporary Peace saying he's desperate and so are Man U. Juventus aren't desperate for him, so I don't see how that's a ish you, not an ish me being Juventus. So I don't really care if Ronaldo's desperate. Unholy Fun saying Romeo is washed this market. Yeah, he's been pretty bad, but again, you have to take it for what it is at this moment. He's still probably, after Nico Scheer, the best, and Nico Scheer hasn't said anything besides Werner. I think. I'm pretty sure, at least. And, yeah. A lot of people saying, screw Ronaldo. We need 16 more likes to get one of those 3 forwards we've been mentioned with this summer, or recently this week. So get those likes in, and we'll continue for another, let's see, 10 minutes. So any other Mercato questions you want to talk about, we'll talk about. But for the most part, in my 40-minute 40-minute overview, if I had to choose between Firmino, Werner, and Morata, I personally, depending on the price, I would pick Firmino. If it's 15 to 20 million for Firmino, I take Firmino. If it's a loan for Werner, fine. I take Werner as well as a backup. And if those two are put on the table, I don't want Morata back. I don't want Morata back in that situation. So, again, put your questions, put whatever you want to comment in on the live chat, and I might get to it, I might not, I might skip over it, depending on if I want to read it or not. And we'll create discussion that way. Shervin saying, normal take, Zakaria is a top player. Hot take, Alexandro will be world-class next season. Wow. I disagree. But that's the beauty of football again. Ivo Prusina, how is it possible that Juve has no left back and Tagliafico is leaving to Lyon for 5 mil? Circumstances. Does Allegri rate Tagliafico? Does the board want to spend 5 million on a 30-year-old left back? I don't know. I can't tell you that. In my opinion, these players that are going for that amount of money, it leaves me questioning what's happening as well. But But you have to understand from their viewpoint, do they want to spend the 5 mil? Would it still be 5 million if Juventus sniffed around that? If Juventus said, hey, can we have Tagliafico? And Ajax said, well, Lyon are offering 5, so I want 10 from you. Does that change anything? Of course it will. It's all about negotiations and business. Teams treat us differently. That's fact. Raven saying, I still think we'll get Zaniolo before the end of the Mercato. Okay. Fine. Ezra saying, would you take Ronaldo back? No, I would not. And am I being butthurt? I'm not being that butthurt, but like at the same time, I watched it happen 2 seasons ago. I watched what happened. I saw on the pitch. I saw what was happening for that 3 years that he was here. It was deteriorating. The players around us were getting worse. Around him were getting worse. Don't get him. Don't touch him. Stay away. Was he clutch some games? Absolutely. Is he the second best player to ever play the game? Absolutely. But he's 38. He's going to be 38 next year. No need for him. Home Review is saying, why can't Keane be the backup for Morata and we sign a new winger or Werner on loan to play left wing till September? I think that's what they're looking at. They might be talking... Firmino might not even be a thing. But we're just talking about it because it was in the news. Werner, we know, is a thing. So if we were giving Ali's percentages, it would be like 60 for Werner and like 30 for Firmino at this point. Werner is more likely to come than Firmino. But Firmino's in the news and he's the better player. If we're being honest with ourselves. Andreas Ioannidis is saying Luka is so much better further up. Yep. If you watched the beginning of the live, I went into that and 100%. I agree. I've been hammering that down. We need him to play up further up. Jockey Bro saying, could Firmino play in the midfield? Hypothetically, yes. Do we want to play players out of position, though? Do we want to play a player who's 31 that you're buying as a backup striker to play in midfield? We don't want that. Could he do it? Hypothetically, yes, because he's got the work rate and he's got the ability to defend and recover the ball and pass the ball. So, statistically, analytically, you can see that happening, but you don't want Firmino to be a midfielder. Martin is saying Jose Gaya could be an option for the left back, include him in the Arthur deal. Someone brought that up with me yesterday or today in our group chat. I don't rate Gaya at all, to be honest, especially as a defender. But the deal for Arthur at this moment, Valencia is willing to pay half his wage and on a loan with no obligation to buy. If we asked for Gaya in that deal as well, they'd probably laugh and say nah, because they're already offering such a shite deal for Arthur. Which I would still sell, by the way. I would still let him go on loan because he's useless to us. Dembrilla is saying Timo Werner to Juve, let's go. I hope so. We need one of them. We still need a player. Mr. J saying, I would this season transfer Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. He plays and scores for Lazio. I think Lazio is a good team. So, we're not getting Milinkovic-Savic. That's all I'm going to say on that. Master G saying the same thing. Mr. J and Master G. Why are so many people saying Werner to Juve? Let's go. Animesh is saying Werner is younger and can play on the wings and striker. Yeah, he's more versatile. Absolutely. I agree with that. Raven saying Werner was great in Germany. He's not first player that didn't make it in the Premier League. Yeah, I think he'll be good at Juventus if he came. Honestly, I think he can run the channels well. He's very fast. I think he can be a player that exploits a back three. So I think you with his running and running across the back a back three, I think he can cause problems if he joined the team. It's just what's the deal? What's the deal looking like? And before I can properly say, yeah, let's get the guy, I need to know the deal. Ezra saying, you worried about Pogba's injuries? United fans were saying that about him. That was always the worry. That was always the worry with Pogba coming in, and unfortunately, he had an injury that you can't prevent. You can't prevent that type of injury. It's a lesion in his meniscus, in a ligament. It's just wear and tear. James Stone is saying left back for sure. Dembele of all players exposed us. Yeah, he pulled Sandro's pants down a couple of times. Home View is asking for Bremer's health. I have no idea. I'm assuming it's just a cramp because they would have said something today in a news break. But I think Bremer's just had a cramp last night. It was precautionary that he left. Chabino saying Werner has better potential than Firmino at Juventus. I would kind of agree, but at the same time, Firmino is the better player right now. Master G saying, I agree with you. Werner will do well at Juventus. I genuinely think that he won't have the pressure to score. Like, he'll have to score at least 8 to 12 goals a season if he came. But, which you can do in all competitions, by the way. But I also think that he'll just be a menace to Serie A defenses with his speed and his pressing. So, I think it would be a very good signing, Werner. Evo saying Werner has no quality coming deep for the ball like Morata, especially Firmino. I agree. Werner's first touch is very bad. By the way, we got 3 or 4 minutes left. Get 7 more likes. Get 7 more likes and we'll get Timo Werner, Roberto Firmino, or Martial. And we have 80 people watching, so keep going. Keep plugging away. Get the likes in. But going back to Evo's point about Werner has no quality coming deep, I agree his first touch is wank. It is horrendous. But in terms of pressing and creating havoc in the back line and hopefully being able to poach and coming back defensively, he can do that. And maybe that's something that Allegri needs. Raffaello saying, if Arsenal still want Arthur, why don't Juve get Tierney, their left back? I think Tierney plays less games than Aaron Ramsey does. Tierney's fine. He's fine, but he is more injury prone than Aaron Ramsey. Yusuf is saying, I think Chelsea's play style doesn't suit most strikers. The only striker in recent years that didn't flop is Drogba on the top of my head. Yeah. Yeah, they have a bad history of number 9s. Higuain, Fernando Torres, Falcao, Kai Havertz, Lukaku. Like, it's just been not good. So maybe he needs to change the scenery. 4 more likes, people. Jonathan Lim saying no Werner, yes Firmino. Okay. Kyron Series is saying Werner's runs are fantastic. His confidence might go up playing in a slower league. That's what I'm saying. Again, he'll cause havoc. I'm sure of it. Will he do the technical side of it well, or contribute technically? No, but do we really have, like, is Keane that technical? No. So we're used to it, but I think Werner will offer something different and something we do not have. So I'm for him coming in. Raffaello is asking me who I prefer. So again, it totally depends on the formation we're playing. If we're playing a 4-3-1-2, I want Firmino. If we're playing a 4-3-3 and we're going to stick with that, I want Timo Werner. So at that point, Allegri, Cherubini, Arrivabene, they need to be in the same boardroom and they need to be on the same page for whoever they get. But with that, I'm going to wrap it up today because I said it was going to be a quicker one. If we can get 2 likes in my last little ramble, that'd be great. Please like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Enter yourself into the Juventus or the Paul Pogba jersey giveaway that we're doing as a channel. The way you enter, you can see on the right-hand side of your screen there. We got to 69 likes. We're getting one of those forwards. Let's go. But to enter the jersey giveaway, subscribe to the channel, go on our latest pinned tweet, retweet it, tag it with a friend, and you're entered. Become a member of our Discord group or of our Bianconeri Zone in general, and you have a 5 times better chance of winning the Paul Pogba jersey giveaway if you become a premium member. If you don't, that's fine too. You can join our Discord and get all of these bunch of perks that I will show you right here. Boom. All that stuff. So good stuff. Good stuff today from everybody. I like the questions. Keep them going. We'll see you tomorrow, I believe. I think there's going to be lives tomorrow and obviously a daily. But thank you all for watching today. Follow Bianconeri Zone on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Bianconeri Zone. Follow myself at Gennady151 on Twitter for more Timo Werner hot takes. So ciao. Thank you all for watching. See you next time.